श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। वागीशाद्यासमनसः सर्वार्थानाम् उपक्रमेण त्वा कृतकृत्या स्युः तं नमामि गजाननं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोः भगवतोऽस्य दैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण द्वैतवासना प्रमुच्यते बोधात्मकाय नमस्तस्मै भगवते श्रीरमणमहर्षे हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानबाणमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं श्रीसत्यसायिनं ममन्तर्यामिनं। दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्विस्फटिकमणिमयीमक्षमालां ददाना हस्तेनैकेन पद्मं शतमभिषजुगं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा समाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरमारुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आञ्जनेयमधिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमणीयविग्रहं पारिजातधर्मूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। वेदवेद्ये वरे वंशजाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायापते नमः। वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले इमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम्। अग्रे वाचयति प्रपञ्चनसुते तत्त्वमुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामळम्। वामे भूमिसुता परश्च हनुमान् पश्चात् सुमित्रा सुतः शत्रुघ्नो भरतश्च पार्श्वदलयोः वायुवादकोणेषु च सुग्रीवश्च विभीषणश्च विवराट् तारासुतो जाम्बवान् मध्ये नीलसरोजकोमलरुचिं रामं भजे श्यामलम्। जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम राम आञ्जनेय स्वामी की जय। We enter into Aranyakandam of Srimad Ramayanam, Balakandam, Ayodhya Kandam, Aranyakandam. Aranya means forest. Aranyamna forest. Aranyaka, the story that takes place in the forest, anala Aranyakandam. Balakandam, Bala, childhood, child, etc. So Balakandam is the story of Rama's childhood, starting from Rama's birth to Rama's wedding. Ayodhya Kandam, because it takes place predominantly in Ayodhya, all the events, such as the decision to coronate Rama as the crown prince and the subsequent events leading to Rama's exile, a tiny little bit takes place in Chitrakuta when Rama comes away to the forest. But nevertheless, since the majority of events take place in Ayodhya and it finishes off back once again with Bharata going back to Nandigrama and so on, adanala Ayodhya Kandam. The third Kanda of Srimad Ramayanam is the Aranya Kandam. Everything takes place here in the forest. Dandaka அப்படிங்கிற forest. What is the forest name? Dandakaranya. प्रविश्यतु महारण्यं दण्डकारण्यमात्मवान् रामो ददर्श दुर्दशतापसाश्रममण्डलम्। आत्मवान दुर्दर्शः. आत्मवान அப்படினா self controlled, दुर्दर्शः invincible. The invincible and self-controlled Rama entered into Dandakaranya, Maharanyam, the great forest. Pravishya tu Maharanyam Dandakaranyam. Dandakaranya, the great forest, was entered by Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. And when they entered into Dandakaranya, what did they see? Abdina Tapasashrama Mandalam. Abdina a great group of ashramas of tapasvis. All of these rishis had, obviously they were all born somewhere in cities and civilization and so on, but having left everything, they came to the sought the depths of the forests far from the madding crowd, so that they may stay here and practice their austerities. எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா ஆத்மனோ மோக்ஷார்த்தம் ஜெகத்ஹிதாயச்ச. Atmano mokshartham, in order to bring moksha to oneself, to liberate oneself, and the very process by which you liberate yourself is also jagadhitam. ஒரு uniqueness இருக்கு. Working for the welfare of the world and working for your own moksha are not divorced from each other, they are the same. Because every step that you take in acquiring the truth, every step that you take in attaining jnana, in attaining moksha, is going to bring great welfare to the world. Therefore, if you think that I should do only welfare to the world and not seek jnana, only then I am selfless, அப்படின்னா இல்லை. ஏன்னா the very process of seeking this truth itself is selfless. It is going to bring benefits to everybody. In the forest, the elephant breaks branches of trees with a great height that it has got, and further accentuated by the long trunk that it has got, it is capable of even reaching the tall trees, breaks the branches, the leaves, etc. Creates a pathway through the forest when it walks. Eats a lot of those grass and leaves and twigs and so on, but also produces masses of dung. இப்படியா elephant lives. Elephant, but it is living its life. Anal, when an elephant lives its life in this manner, when it breaks all those branches, it doesn't eat everything, but other creatures will get to eat it. When it walks through the forest, it creates a trail, it creates a pathway that other creatures can use. And the copious amounts of dung that it produces fertilizes the forest, adds to life in that forest. Dung beetles and so on flourish in that dung. அப்படி பார்க்க போனால் by living its life, it is living its life, but by doing so, the elephant is bringing untold benefit to all the denizens of the forest. Yeah, like that, when we live our lives also in pursuit of the truth, Atmano mokshartham, in order to liberate oneself from this maya, when we operate, when we live our lives, that very life itself is bringing benefits to everybody all around us. தனியா பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. You don't have to pause your sadhana in order to bring welfare to the people. If your sadhana is genuine, it is automatically bringing good to the world at large. Because when you give up your kama, krodha, etc., when you conquer your senses, the positivity that is going to be generated from your tapas shakti is going to spread everywhere, and it is going to bring goodness to everybody. Good is done to people not merely by physically interacting with them or talking to them or helping them with your hands and legs and so on. Simply sitting in one place and practicing adhyatma vidya, adhyatma sadhana itself is going to bring good to everybody. That is why a Brahmana is worshipped. What does the Brahmana do? He chants the Gayatri. He chants the Gayatri. He chants the Gayatri. And as a result, what is going to happen? Diyo yo naha prachodayat, naha prachodayat, naha prachodayat. And he is constantly repeating, may all our intellects be illumined, may our intellects be illumined, may our intellects be illumined. He is including everybody. He is practicing his own sadhana, but his sadhana is such that it brings welfare to everybody. That is the right sadhana. What is the right sadhana? The sadhana that brings welfare to everybody while liberating you. That is Niswartha Bhakti, Sharanagati, Atma Vicharama or Katam, Nama Japam, anything for that matter, all of it is generating positivity, positive energy. It is going to go and help everybody. It is also for the welfare of the world. And then all of these rishis have come to the Dandakaranya forest, not because they ran away from the world, not that they were selfish, that they left the world to its own means and came to liberate only themselves in illa. It is because they are sitting here and doing their tapasya that the countries are all going well. प्रविश्यतु महारण्यं दण्डकारण्यम् आत्मवान् तदर्श रामो दुर्दशस्तापसाश्रममण्डलं कुशश्चीरपरिक्षिप्तं बाह्म्या लक्ष्म्या समावृतं ब्राह्म्या लक्ष्म्या समावृतं यथा प्रदीप्तं दुर्दर्शं गगने सूर्यमण्डलं कुशासीरपरिक्षिप्तं एंग पार्त्तालुम the ashramas were all everywhere. There was kusha grass being spread everywhere. Chira parikshiptam, sacred kusha grass, bark, garments, etc. were everywhere. Brahmya Lakshmiya samavritam. Anga Lakshmi is making a permanent abode there. Enna Lakshmi na Brahmya Lakshmi அப்படினு சொன்னா. அப்படி ஒரு லக்ஷ்மி, பிரம்ம லக்ஷ்மின்னு ஒரு லக்ஷ்மி. நம்ம தனலக்ஷ்மி தானியலக்ஷ்மின்னு கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? தனலக்ஷ்மி தானியலக்ஷ்மி எவ்ரிபடி நோஸ். தனம் அப்படின்னா வெல்த். லக்ஷ்மி in the form of wealth, லக்ஷ்மி in the form of food grains, லக்ஷ்மி in the form of சந்தான லக்ஷ்மி in the form of children, etc. அப்படின்னு இவாள்லாம் தி கிரேட் ரிஷிஸ், சன்னியாசிஸ், யதீஸ், etc. வாட் இஸ் த லக்ஷ்மி தட் தே வர்ஷிப் அப்படின்னா வித்யாலக்ஷ்மி, மோக்ஷலக்ஷ்மி, ஞானலக்ஷ்மி, பிரம்மவித்யா ஸ்வரூபிணியா இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த அம்பாள். They are worshipping Devi in the form of Brahmavidya. அதனால she is present there. Brahmya Lakshmiya Samavritam Yata Pradiptam. And because she is present there, how are these ashramas? அப்படின்னா Yata Pradiptam Durdarsham. They are shining, dazzling in their brilliance. Impossible to even behold properly, just as Gagane Surya Mandalam, like the blazing orb of the sun in the sky. Like that, these ashramas are all blazing with the sacrificial fire on the one hand and Brahmavidya on the other hand. Sharanyam Sarvabhutanam. எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, how are these ashramas Sharanyam Sarvabhutanam? They are able to give a refuge to all creatures, all manner of creatures. Several wild beasts are there, birds are there. அதெல்லாமும் இருக்கு. அதனால the such peace is there. There is ahimsa there. The people that are living there are only interested in the well-being and welfare of all creatures. அப்படிங்கிறதுனால the animals that are living there free from fear. Sharanyam Sarvabhutanam. It is acting as the refuge for all the beings that are living in the forest. அதில் the rishis who are there எப்படி இருக்கா அப்படின்னா, फलमूलाशनैर्दान्तैः चीरकृष्णाजिनाम्बरैः सूर्यवैश्वानराभैश्च पूर्णैः मुनिभिर्वृतम् पुण्यैश्च नियताहारैः शोभितं परमऋषिभिः तद् ब्रह्म भवन प्रक्यं ब्रह्मघोषनिनादितं. இந்த ஆசிரமங்கள்லாம் பார்த்தா எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, description of the ashramas is given. It is filled with all the rishis who are living there. And the rishis எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்கா? How are these rishis அப்படின்னா, Phala Moolashanaihi Dantaihi, they eat only fruits and roots. They are eating only fruits and roots. அப்படின்னா நேதாஹாரம்னு அர்த்தம். அப்படின்னா they live on a regulated diet. And as a result of living on the regulated diet, what has happened? Dantaihi, self-controlled. Mind is controlled. Senses are controlled. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, because their food habits are controlled. Their food habits are regulated. Phalamoolashanaihi, they only eat fruits and roots. அதெல்லாம் சாப்பிட்டு இருக்கிறதுனால நாக்கு அடங்கி போயிடுது. The tongue has come under control. By simply eating these kind of simple foods, their senses, all their senses have come under their control. Dantaihi. Chira Krishna Jinambarehi, they are clad in bark and antelope skins, etc., the way Rama himself was clad. And despite all of that, எப்படி இருக்கானா சூரிய வைஸ்வானராபைஷ்ச, they are shining like Surya or the fire. Surya Vaishvanara. Surya அப்படினா sun, Vaishvanarana fire. They are dazzling in their brilliance like the fire. Puranaihi, old people avalla, Vaishanava, aged rishis. Munibhir vritam, it is surrounded by all of these munis are living there, these great tapasvis, great rishis are living there. And because they are living there and constantly the Vedic chants are being hymned over there, the whole place looks like Brahma Bhavana Prakyam. It looks like Brahma's abode. The மாதிரியான இடத்துக்கு ராமர் வர்றார். இப்போ ஏற்பட்ட ரிஷிஸ், all of these rishis are filled with Brahmagyanam. Brahmavidbihi அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு இங்க. Brahmavidbir Mahabagair Brahmaneir Upashobitam. அப்படின்னா the ashramas are all decorated, are shining, adorned with Brahmanas who are all Mahabagaihi, very most fortunate ones, venerable ones, worthy of respect and worship. ஏன்னா Brahmavidbihi, எல்லாம் பிரம்மவித்துக்கள். They are all knowers of the Brahman. அத்தனை பேரும் ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் ஷலப்பு இல்லை. எவ்ரிபடி இஸ் a knower of the Brahman. They have not come there to do sadhana to attain the Brahman. Brahmavidbihi, they are knowers of the Brahman னே சொல்லிவிட்டார். Brahmavit அப்படி. By all of those Brahmavit, those Mahabhagas, those Brahmanas, all of them when they saw Rama coming, அங்கேருந்து ராமர் நடந்து வர்றார். வல்லாம் பிரம்மவித்துக்கள். Rama is coming along with Sita. दिव्यज्ञानोपपन्नास्ते रामं दृष्ट्वा महर्षयः अभ्यगच्छन् तदा प्रीता वैदेहीं च यशस्विनीम्. Again, Rama is coming towards them along with Sita. இவெல்லாம் யாருன்னா திவ்ய ஞானோபபன்னாஹ அப்படின்னா. They are all knowers of the divine knowledge. They are endowed with divine knowledge. And when they saw Rama and Sita walking towards them, அப்படின்னா immediately they got up and went forward to greet Rama and Sita. இவ்வளோ பீட்டிக்கை போட்டு சொல்றாரு இங்க. சும்மா சொல்லல rishis and all came, Rama and Sita came, the rishis came to welcome them. இல்ல, what kind of rishis are they? அப்படின்னு first the credentials of the rishis have been established beautifully by saying they are all Brahmavits. They are all knowers of the Brahman. Divyajnanopapannaha, they are all endowed with the divine wisdom of Atma, of the self, of the Brahman. Brahmajnanis. அப்போ ஏற்பட்ட பிரம்மஜானிகள் எல்லாம் என்ன பண்றானா, அவபாட் பேசாம தேவைன்னு உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கலையாம். They are not sitting quietly saying, how does it matter whether it is Rama or Soma? We are all Brahmajnanis. We are all the same. இல்லையாம். As soon as Bhagavan walks in there, இவெல்லாம் எழுந்துக்கிறாளாம். They all get up and go forward to greet Rama. ஒரு ஸ்லோகத்தில் இல்லை, ரெண்டு ஸ்லோகத்தில் சொல்றாரு. In 2 shlokas, Valmiki repeats it, that the fact that they went. Tetam Soma Vidyo Soma Vivodyantam Drashtva Vai Dharmacharino Lakshmano Chaiva Drashtva Tu Vaidehim Cha Yashasvini Mangalani Prayunjana Pratyagrinnandradavrataha. Dradavrataha, they are steadfast in their vows. When they saw Rama coming there, how is Rama? அப்படின்னா சோமமிவோத்யந்தம் அப்படின்னா, like the rising moon. அப்படியே Rama is walking. இவாள்லாம் எப்படி இருக்காங்க? சூரியன் மாதிரி இருக்காது. They are all like suns blazing with brilliance னு சொன்னோம். ஆனா how is Rama coming? Ramachandra is walking towards them. Cool and tranquil like the moon, Rama is walking towards them. And the Somavit Priyadarshanaha அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம். Somavat Priyadarshanaha. He is as pleasing to look at as the moon is. அதனால even though these tapasvis have left civilization, they have left far away from everybody and they have come and settled down in the forest, when Rama comes walking towards them, they all get up entranced by the moon-like countenance of Rama. பக்கத்துல யார்? லக்ஷ்மணம் சைவ திருஷ்டுவா து வைதேஹீம் ச யசஸ்வினீம். வைதேஹி, Sita, Yashasvineem, of great renown. The renowned Sita, illustrious Sita is coming, Lakshmana is coming, Rama is coming. அப்படின்னு உடனே all the rishis get up and go to welcome him. அத்தனை பேருமா போய் வெல்கம் பண்றாங்க. வெல்கம் அத்தனை பண்ணலையாம். ரூப சௌஹனனோ லக்ஷ்மீம் சௌகுமாரியம் சுவேஷதாம் ததர்ஷு விஸ்மிதாகாரா ராமஸ்ய வனவாசினஹ. Not only that, they are all looking at the beauty of Rama. பார்க்கறாளாம். ரூப சௌஹனனம். Rupa Samhananam, அப்படின்னா the splendor of the build of his body. சும்மா அழகு, வெறும் ரூப லாவண்யம் தான். பெரிய திவ்ய ஞானோபவன்னாக ஆவுன்னு சொன்னோமே, பெரிய ஞானிகள் அப்படின்னு. ஆனாலும் when பகவான் comes with all of his ரூப சௌந்தர்யம், ரூப லாவண்யம், with the grace of his build, of his bodyயோட பகவான் பிசிக்கலா தானே அந்த பிசிக்கல் பியூட்டியே பார்க்கறாளாம். they are looking at the physical beauty of the Lord. ரூப சம்ஹரணம் லக்ஷ்மீம். லக்ஷ்மீம் அப்படின்னா அந்த grandeur, the splendor of the form. சௌகுமாரியம், the tenderness of that form, the youthfulness of that form. அந்த அப்படியே ஒரு டெண்டரா இருக்கு அந்த ஃபார்ம். சுவேஷதாம், பார்த்தா அவளை மாதிரியே ட்ரெஸ் போட்டு இருக்காராம். சுவேஷதாம் அப்படின்னா சுவேஷதாம், வேஷதாம் அப்படின்னா இஸ் ட்ரெஸ்டு. சுவேஷதா இன் a nice way he is dressed. ஏன் நைஸ் வேன்னா பிகாஸ் they are looking like அவளை மாதிரியே இருக்காளோ இல்லையோ. சங்கு சக்கர கதாபாணியா, பீதாம்பரதாரியா, வனமாலாதாரியா பகவான் வந்து நிக்கல. பகவான் has not come to them wearing yellow silks and அப்புறம் கேயூரம் குண்டலம் அப்படின்னு with all the different kinds of ornaments, kaustubha, money, etc. அந்த மாதிரி பகவான் has not come. How is பகவான் come? பகவான் has also come to them as a rishi. Rama has come to them as a Rama rishi. அதை பார்க்கும்பொழுது சுவேஷதாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றோம். ஏன்னா they are able to see the pinnacle of rishitvam in him. Brahmame, Sakshat Parabrahma himself has dressed himself as one amongst them. அப்படிங்கும்போது they feel elated by the fact. Rupa samharanam lakshmim saukumaryam suveshata dadarshu vismitakara ramasya vanavasinaha. All of those forest people, those rishis that are dwelling in the forest came into, were wonderstruck. Vismitakaraha அப்படின்னா they were all wonderstruck. They saw with great amazement the beauty of Rama's form. எப்படி பார்த்தாலாம்னா விதேக தேசத்துல போனார் ராமர். when Rama walked into Mithila தேசம், Mithilapuri, and as he was walking led by Vishwamitra Maharishi, when Rama walked through the streets of Mithila, all the people of Mithila were commoners. They were men and women that were living in households, grihasthashramatla irukkakudiya vaalaam. They are not sannyasis, they are not yatis, they were all common human beings with all kinds of passions, with all kinds of desires and so on. When they looked at Rama, they looked at the beauty of Rama. None of them could even blink their eyes. They looked at Rama with unblinking eyes. அப்படின்னு அங்க பார்த்தோம். Here Rama has come in the midst of rishis. How are the rishis அப்படின்னா வைதேஹீம் லக்ஷ்மணம் ராமோ நேத்ரை அனிமிஷைரிவ ஆச்சரியபூதாந்திரதர்ஷ் சர்வே தே வனச்சாரிணஹ. சர்வே தே வனச்சாரிணஹ, all of those forest dwellers, ஆச்சரியபூதான்னு, they were filled with extreme wonder. ஏன்னா வைதேஹீம் லக்ஷ்மணம் ராமம், they saw Lakshmana, they saw Vaidehi, Sita, Lakshmana and Rama. இந்த மூணு பேரும் பார்த்த உடனே அனிமிஷைரிவ, unblinking eyes, அனிமிஷை நேத்ரைர் அனிமிஷைரிவ, with unblinking eyes, ததர்ஷு, they looked at him. சதைக பிரியதர்ஷனஹான்னு சொன்ன. How is Rama அப்படின்னா சதைக பிரியதர்ஷனஹ, always extraordinarily delightful to look at. And that delight is not only for people of the world, it is for even the people that have renounced the world and left everything. Avalukume, when Bhagavan comes in front of them, that Brahman which they are constantly meditating upon is what is standing in front of them. என்ன மாயையோ பார்த்த விக்கிரகம், அந்த விக்கிரகம் அப்படியே மாயையோ பார்த்த விக்கிரகம்னு சொல்றோம், இருந்தாலும் திவ்யமங்கள விக்கிரகம். An extraordinarily divine form that is filled with all the charm that is possible, that can attract the mind. And let that mind be of any nature. Let the mind be steeped in worldliness. Even such a mind is attracted. Even Shurpanaka is attracted to Rama. And the far end of the spectrum, Shurpanaka is also attracted to Rama in the same way as the middle of the spectrum, all the worldly people of Mithila, Ayodhya, etc. To the right extreme of the spectrum, rishis, parama rishis, brahmavit, brahmagyani, they are also attracted to Rama in the same way. Adhan avatara mahatmyam. The glory of the avatara can never be denied. Yara irukattum, epperpatta jnaniya irundhalum, even the highest jnani ultimately, Bhagavan சொல்றான் சதுர்விதா பஜந்தியே மாம். ஞானி சபரதர்ஷப, even the ஞானி பா அர்ஜுனா, even the ஞானி என்னன்னா பஜந்தியே மாம், என்ன worship பண்றான்டா. They come to me, they adore me, they worship me. என்ன, what is the difference அப்படின்னா, that only difference is that Shurpanaka, when her nose is cut, runs away. The people of Ayodhya may eat and sleep and then forget Rama, and the Rishigal Rikale, these Rishis, Animishairiva, internally also they are meditating upon the same Rama as Atma Rama, externally also they are meditating upon the same Rama. That is the difference, that is what has made them Rishis. The attraction that is felt towards Rama is common to everybody, but the sustained nature of that attraction, it never decreases for them. They are always attracted to that, always their minds are merged in that. That is why they are Rishis. And that is why he has come to see them. Tannal tapas pannindirukkalya, they are all sitting and doing their tapasya. Today their tapas is getting fulfilled because Sakshat, the Brahman itself, has come walking to them. Why? Have they not seen the Brahman already? Yes, they have seen the Brahman already. Adu eppadi paatha appadina? Ulamadil appadinu sonna. They saw that Brahman with the internal eyes. Ahakkan kan appadinu solli ahakkan. With the internal eyes, they have been seeing the Brahman. Ana, their external eyes are also there. Internal eyes have seen the internal Brahman, but what about the external eyes now? To the external eyes also can see. Adun, both can see. The eye can see and the eye also can see. The eye has seen that, but the eye is seeing this now. Why not? Why not? Why should we eat only healthy food? If the healthy food is also tasty, who is going to deny it? Healthy food is alright, but if the healthy food is extremely tasty, even tastier than unhealthy food, why not then double the reason to eat it? And the madri inga Shrotra, Nayana Shrotra Manobhirama. How is Rama coming? He is attractive to the eyes, he is attractive to the ear, he is attractive to the mind, he is attractive to the heart in every way, since he is attracting the rishis towards himself. Puranantaratala Challuva, that when these rishis of Dandakaranya saw Rama walking with Sita by his side, and whenever there was a puddle or a creek or a rock or something that was difficult for her to cross, Rama would hold her by the hand and help her to cross. Sometimes he would lift her up and help her to cross. If suddenly an animal roared in the forest, then out of fear Sita would cling on to Rama. Rama would put his hand around her and said, no, don't worry, nothing is there to fear. Abdina Rama would embrace her. Idallam the rishis allam paatalam. These rishis, Brahmavitta, Brahmagyanis all saw that, it seems. They said, alas, we do not have this opportunity. We have grown this haggard looking hair and beard. We are looking hoary sages we are, hairy sages we are. Because we are hairy and hoary, we cannot have this kind of an opportunity. We cannot get close to Bhagavan in this manner. They all felt bad, it seems. And Rama gave a smile to them and said, don't worry. In the next avatara, you shall also be close to me. Adanala, all the Paramarishis were the ones that were born as Gopikas. All the rishis were born as Gopikas in the next Krishnavataram. Rupa Lavanyam, extraordinary Rupa Saundaryam, the beauty of Rama's form is described by Valmiki here to his heart's content. Vaidehim Lakshmanam Ramam Netrair Animishairiva Ascharya Bhutan Dadrshuhu Sarve Te Vanacharinaha Atrainam Himahabhaga Sarvabhuta Hiterataha Atityam Parnashalayam Raghavam Sanyaveshayan. They welcomed Rama into their forest. Sarvabhuta Hiterataha. They are always engaged in the welfare of all beings. They welcomed him. They considered it their greatest good fortune that Rama had come as a guest to their houses. And they extended hospitality to him as per Satkritya, as per the tradition. They rendered due hospitality to him. Brought him fruits, roots, flowers and other various forest products. Pushpam, Moolam, Phalam, Sarvam. All of them sat there with Rama and they all addressed Rama. They all said Dharma Palo, Janasyasya, Sharanyastvam Mahayashaka, Pujaniyascha Manyascha, Raja Dandadaro Guruhu. Appa Rama, you are always worthy of worship by all of us. Because you are a king. As a king of great renown, you are worthy of worship by all of us. The king is respected because he spends his time protecting everybody. Since he extends his protection to everybody, therefore that is the reason why he is respected. Before you deny that you are a king, whether you are living in the forest or whether you are living in the kingdom, you are always our king. Tevayam bhavataraksha bhavad vishayavasinaha nagarasto vanastova tvam no raja janeshwaraha. You are our king whether you are living in the forest or whether you are living in this Ayodhya, the capital, you still are our king. Who are we? Abdina? We are like Garbha Bhutaha. We are like little children in the womb that have to be protected by you. Rakshaniyas tvaya shashvad Garbha Bhutas tapodanaha. Nangala yarun anyasta dandavayam. Rajan jitakroda jitendriyaha. We are all rishis who have given up violence. Nyastya danda. Abdina, we have given up violence. We have given up anger. We have controlled our senses. We are living in this forest, doing only tapasya. Adanala we cannot harm any creature, but some creatures when they come to harm us, then even then because of our vrata we cannot harm them. Therefore as our king you are the one that should protect us. Because all the Rakshasas that are living in the forest, they are giving the hint to Rama, Rama, you have taken an avatara in order to destroy all the Rakshasas, better get started on that job. We cannot do it, you alone have to do it. They come and speak to Rama in this manner. Rama is very delighted with him, with all of them. They stay that night in the ashrama. Next morning, the journey continues going deeper into the forest. The forest becomes even more dense. Human habitation becomes less frequent. Anganga, there are water bodies. Shalila Shayam. Trees are growing thickly, so there is hardly a path to be made. Anganga, they could see bears, tigers, etc. Chirping of various insects, birds, other animals, all of this they could hear dreadful animals. When they are walking along seeing all of these things, they also encounter Pata or Purushadam Dadarsha. They saw a great giant or a cannibal, a person who would eat. He was a man-eater, he was. With dreadful appearance, with huge face and terribly big belly, tall, ugly, frightening. Oru Rakshasa angendu varan, a big Rakshasa. He comes there and he looks at them. Pata avan kaila oru kuchi vechindirukana, he's got a shulam, like a trident he has got, like a stick, like a spear he has got. And in that spear, what is he got? He has spears the 3 lions, 4 tigers, 2 wolves, 10 deer, and the head of a huge elephant. எல்லாத்தையும் குத்தி வச்சிருக்கான் அதுல. நம்ம இந்த இது பண்ணுவோம் இல்லையோ, அந்த என்ன சொல்லுவா, அது ஸ்கியூவர் வச்சு பண்ணுவாளே, இந்த கபாப் அது மாதிரி பண்ணுவாளே. We put mushroom, then we'll put paneer, and then we'll put capsicum. எல்லாம் போட்டு they will line up all of those things and they will toast it and then they will leave, put it in the oven and eat. அந்த மாதிரி வச்சிருக்கான் அவன். He's got something like that. எல்லாம் நம்ம இந்தியாவில் அந்த காலத்தில் உண்டு. Barbecue. என்ன barbecue பண்றான் அப்படின்னா, he has got all of these. Threen simman chaturo vyagran dvau vrikau prishatan dasha. எல்லாம் லிஸ்ட் போட்டு வச்சிருக்காங்க. 3 lions, 4 tigers, 2 wolves, 10 deer and 1 elephant. எல்லாத்தையுமே குத்தி குத்தி வச்சுருக்கான். ஒன்னொன்னா சேர்த்து வந்து எல்லாத்தையுமே சேர்த்து வச்சு சமைச்சு சாப்பிடலான்னு வச்சுட்டு பெரிய மீல். He wanted to have all of that as a roast பண்ணிட்டு லைனா ஆர்டர் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கான்னு தெரியாது. It may not be 3 lions all together. 1 lion, 1 wolf, 1 tiger, அப்புறம் ஒரு deer or 2 deers, அதுக்கப்புறம் 1 more lion, அப்புறம் 1 more tiger, அப்புறம் 1 more wolf, அப்புறம் ஒரு elephant. அப்படி ஒரு வேரியேஷன் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இருக்கணும் இல்லையா, ஒரே மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடாது. அதெல்லாம் போட்டு அதில் என்னன்னா வசாதிக்தம் அப்படின்னா வெறுமை வைக்கலையா, அதெல்லாம் அதில் கோட்டட் நம்ம தந்தூரி மசாலாலாம் போட்டு வச்சிருப்பா இல்லையா, Like that, what has he done? Abdina vasa digdam. Abdina, he has coated it liberally with fat. So that when it roasts nicely, it can sizzle nicely. அதுக்காக வச்சுட்டு இருக்கான் ரெடியா. இப்படியா when he is walking along with this, suddenly he saw 3 human beings. 2 human beings குச்சி குச்சியா 3 வருது. பார்த்தா ஃப்ரைஸுக்கு சௌரியமா இருக்குமேன்னு பார்த்தான் அவன். 3 little sticks. ராமா, லக்ஷ்மணா and சீதா பார்த்த உடனே ஃப்ரைஸுக்கு சௌரியமா இருக்குமே எதிர்பார்த்து. அதில் சீதா பார்த்தா ஒரு லேடி வேற. So when he saw Sita, what he did was immediately he came there and he caught hold of Sita. அப்படியே பிடிச்சுட்டான் கையில். பெரிய சத்தம் இல்லையா? Huge he is. அதனால he lifted Sita up. Again he lifted Sita up and said, who are you fellows? Why have you come into the forest? You are looking like rishis, but you are carrying weapons in your hand and you are living with a woman. Chichi, you are all sinners. I should punish you. இந்த ராட்சசன் சொல்றான், you are bringing disgrace to முனி தூஷகௌ அப்படின்னா. You both are disgraces to munis. ஏன்னா முனின்னா சன்னியாசியா இருக்கணும், தபஸ்விகள்லாம் இருக்கணும். தபஸ்வினா எப்படி இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா, they are the ones that have given up violence. If they have given up violence அப்படின்னா, you cannot walk around with the bow and arrow and sword and what not, எல்லா வெப்பனும் வச்சுட்டு பார்த்தா you are dressed as though you are a rishi, you are wearing bark and robes and you are wearing a matted locks on your head. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்த உடனே he was very angry. He said, you are hypocrites. You are deceiving me because I thought you were rishi. I came there and suddenly you are looking like warriors. What is this business? You are confusing my poor brain. How dare you confuse me like this? Either be a rishi or be a warrior. Why are you combining both? அது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, you are walking around with a woman. This is your crime. This is a great crime. The only punishment for this crime is I take this woman away from you. முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. அப்போ அவனுக்கு சென்னியப்படுத்து. We are all same now. We are even. ஏன்னா you confuse the hell out of me. Therefore I will take your wife and go away. இவன் இங்க வந்துட்டான். இவன் தான் பெரிய தர்மசாஸ்தா போட்டிருக்கான் அந்த காட்டுக்கு. He is the one who is establishing dharma in the forest. He says, as a rishi with 2 fellows, you are dressed as rishis, and how can you walk around with a woman? It is not appropriate. அதனால I will punish you. அதர்மச்சாரினௌ முனிதூஷகௌ பாபௌ யுவாம் அப்படின்னா. Who are you people? ஏன் இப்படி வர? Who are you? யார் நீங்கள்? அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு he also introduces himself. சமத்து பையன். He says, by the way, aham vanamidam durgam viradho nama rakshasaha. My name is Viradha and I live in this forest. I wander about in this forest. Charami sayudo nityam rishi mamsani bhakshayan. I walk around here weapon in hand in order to eat rishis. அதுக்காக தான் நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கேன். உங்களை பார்த்தா ரிஷி மாதிரி இருக்கு. You look like rishis. But I am a bit confused because I am very selective in my eating dietary habits. I eat rishis. So please confirm for me, are you rishis or something else? And if you are not strict vegetarian, நம்ம சில பேர்லாம் சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, எல்லாம் வந்து ஹோட்டலுக்குலாம் போயிட்டு சொல்லுவா, they will go to the restaurant and say, we are very strict vegetarians, so please don't mix up things, don't mix up ladles or something. ஏன் வந்தா இப்போ வீட்டிலே தங்க வேண்டியதானே? வெளில வந்துட்டு அப்புறம் என்ன பெரிய மெனக்கிட்டு வீட்டிலே தங்க போடும். You should eat at home. Instead of eating at home, you go to the restaurant and then say, we are very strict vegetarians, we don't eat onion, we don't eat garlic. You should not eat here at all. Make something without all of this. அந்த மாதிரி அவன் சொல்றான், I eat only rishis. I am very strict rishitarian. அதனால you have got to confirm to me whether you are a rishi or not. Otherwise I am getting confused. I might get indigestion if I eat other people, or I might get allergy to kshatriyas. அதனால you have to tell me clearly, who are you? In the meantime, this woman, ivan anna irka, iyam nari vararoha mama bharya bhavishyati. This woman I like, I am going to make her my wife. உடனே நான் கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். I will marry her. As for the two of you அப்படின்னா, யுவயோகோ பாபயோஷ்சாகம் பாஸ்யாமி ருதிரம் ருதே. பாஸ்யாமி அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். பாஸ்யாமி, I will drink your blood. The two of you, you are all, you are sinners. நீங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் பாபயோகோ, பாபயோகோ, you are sinners both of you. பரவாயில்ல, doesn't matter. I especially like sinful blood. அதனால I will drink your blood. ஒரு straw போட்டு குடிச்சு விடுறேன் உங்களை. I will put a straw into two of you and I will drink you. Like Tetra Pak சாப்பிட்ற மாதிரி I will drink you. ஏன்னா I am confused. If you are rishis, I would have eaten you. But since I am not sure whether you are rishis, I will just drink your blood and leave the rest. அப்படின்னு அழகா சொன்னான்பா. He has already given all his future plans. I will make this woman my wife and I will drink you as a aperitif மாதிரி அவனை சாப்பிட்டு விடுறேன். When this Rakshasa started saying all of this, Sita started to cry in fear. And looking at Sita being seated on the lap of Virada, Madila Tuki Chuntana. Virada Angagatam. Abdina. He has kept her on his lap. Rama Nadinki, but Rama started to shake. Kadaliyatha. Abdina. He started to shake like a plantain tree, like a banana tree, and said, Lakshmana, look what has happened. Chucho. Lakshmana, look what has happened. Pashya Saumya Narendrasya Janakasya Atmasambhavam Mama Bharyam Shubhacharam Viradanke Praveshita Atyantuka Sukha Samriddham Rajaputri Mishaswini. Ayo Lakshmana, look what has happened. That Sita, who is the daughter of Janaka, my wife, Mama Bharyam Shubhacharam, of good conduct, my wife, she who was brought up with utmost comfort, alas, a Rakshasa is carrying her away. A Rakshasa has touched her. Is there a greater trouble for me? Is there a greater sorrow for me? Nothing is more sorrowful for me other than Vaidehya Parasprashatina. Another man is touching Vaidehi and I am standing and watching it. Alas, our exile has been... The Kaikeyi, Mother Kaikeyi's desire has been fulfilled. She has sent me to the forest and ruined me utterly. Abdina Rama started to cry. Iti Bruvatika Kutste Bashpashoka Pariplute Abravi Lakshmana Kruddo Ruddo Nagaiva Shvasan. Rama's initial immediate reaction was to cry. Jai Jai Mahavira Mahadhira Dhaureya. Abdina Cholindruko. Priya Mahaviran Raman Lakshmana Apdi adithada Lakshmana Yavano the Sita Tukin Paraneda Lakshmana Abdi Lakshmana go under their call. Lakshmana looked at Rama with eyes full of tears of sorrow like this, and he started to hiss like an angry snake. Anata iva bhutanam natastvam vasavopamaha maya preshyena kakusta kimartam paritapyase. Hey Rama, bhutanam nataha, you are the Lord of all beings and you are crying like an orphan. When I, your servant, is by your side, for what purpose are you crying? What are you crying for? What has happened? What are we holding bows and arrows for? Have you completely forgotten? Annike chonne nanu. This is why that day itself in Ayodhya I said, let us use bow and arrow. Let us use bow and arrow. No. You have forgotten how to use bow and arrow today. Even Virada just now reminded us. You are like rishis, but you are carrying bow and arrow. All the time you have been eating fruits and roots, and look what has happened to you now. At the moment somebody takes your wife away, you are saying, alas, Lakshmana, what do we do now? What do? We fight. Obviously we fight. Sharena nihitasya dhyamaya kruddena rakshasaha. I shall destroy this Virada today I will shower him with my arrows and the earth will drink his blood. Like Indra who shattered the mountains with his Vajrayudha, like that I shall bring this Virada down. Children, Tam Virade Pramokshami Vajri Vajramivachale Rajyakame Mama Krodo Bharateyo Babuvaha. Anikeyan Kovam, that day itself I was angry when Bharata came. I was angry, that anger which unjustified anger that I felt towards Bharata because I thought he was going to usurp our kingdom. That anger I realized was false because Bharata was not like that, but that anger was still there, that fire was still there. I shall turn that anger towards Virada now. Rajyakame mamakrodo bharate yo babuvaha tam virade pramokshami. I shall release all of that anger. Ulla vachindirukar, bhadrama vachindirukar anger. Madaliyam tam pramokshami ne. Next time I am going to release that anger. Adukku thaniya or compartment vachindirukar ullukulla Lakshmana. I will release all of that anger towards Virada and I will destroy him. And spurred by the speed of my strong arms, my arrow shall fall upon his chest. It will separate his life from his body will go round and round and fall on the ground. And look what is going to happen. Abdini he consoled Rama, then looked at Virada and said, Ityuktva Lakshmana Shriman Virade Prahasanniva Ko Bhavan Vanamabhyetya Charishyasi Yatasukam. Having said all of this, now he is asking, Churite, அப்புறம் இவன் யாருன்னு முதல்ல கண்டுபிடிச்சிப்போம், பின்னாடி எவனா இருந்தான்னா அப்புறம் ரொம்ப. Although he said, the earth will drink Virada's blood, I will kill Virada. First, then Lakshmana looked at Virada and said, by the way, who are you? Who are you? Why are you in this forest? Tell me something about you. But then Virada looked at him and said, you first tell me who you are. Who are you? You have not yet told me who you are. I already said my name is Virada, I am roaming around in the forest. One question. You are, for one question, one answer, now my turn. I already asked you who you are. Tell me who you are. First you tell me who you are. அதுக்கப்புறமா நான் சொல்றேன். Then rest of the story I will tell you later. Okay. அப்போ ராமா உடனே ஆரம்பிக்கிறார். க்ஷத்ரியௌ விருத்த சம்பன்னௌ வித்தினௌ வனகோச்சரௌ துவாம் து வேதிதுமிச்சாவஹா கஸ்துவம் சரசி தண்டகான். Know us both to be kshatriyas. We are not rishis. Ramar சொல்றார், Rama is explaining, we are kshatriyas. We are born விருத்த சம்பன்னௌ of a good lineage. But currently we are in the forest. This is our story. So who are you and why are you moving about in the forest? This we wish to know. But at least you have confirmed this much that you are not Brahmanas, you are not Rishis, you are Kshatriyas. Alright, now let me tell you my story. I will tell you who I am. Listen to my story. Putrakila Jaya abdingravanudaiya pullai. There was a fellow called Jaya. I am his son. My mother is Shatakhrada. And all the Rakshasas in this world call me Viradha. Viradha iva mamahuhu prithivyam sarva rakshasaha. All the Rakshasas of the world call me Viradha. And by the virtue of my tapasya, I have received a boon from Brahma by which no weapon can split me or cut me into pieces. In this world, none can kill me with a weapon. They cannot cut me. Shastrena avadhyata abhisamprapta achedyam abhedhyatvamevacha. I cannot be killed, I cannot be cut by anybody. This is my story. Adanala all the things that you were saying before, I will cut his arms, I will do this, I will do that, ella useless. None of that will work with me. I am very strong. I have got a boon like that. Therefore, you better leave this lady and you run away. Because you told me who you are, I will not kill you. Because you have given this girl to me. Adanala yathagatam nee odipadu. Palayeta. You both can run away to whence you came. I will walk away with this lady. I will not take your life. Ponapurtha. Navam jeevitam adade. Every paathodane Rama became very angry with him and said, you creature, kshudram diktvam tu heenartam mrityum anveshase drubam. You are certainly courting death. You are looking forward to dying. That is why you are speaking like this. As long as we are alive, we will not leave you go. We will certainly fight it out with you. Immediately Rama strung his bow and started to shoot arrows at Viradha. 7 swift arrows with golden feathers with great speed. The speed was like that of Garuda or the wind itself. And the speed order, Vayu order, speed order, those arrows went and pierced the body of Viradha. When all those arrows came and pierced his body, nothing happened to him, but he was a bit annoyed by it. How dare you, even after telling you all these things, you are firing arrows at me. He left Sita there, took up his spear and came running at them. Both of the brothers started showering arrows upon Viradha. All the arrows went and pierced him. They are all stuck. He is looking like a pincushion with all the arrows stuck into him. With all of that, he did not bother. He started laughing. Saprahasya Maharaudraha. That extremely frightening, terrific Rakshasa started to laugh. Not only Ajrimbata, he also started to yawn. Bored. You fellows, are you even worthy of me fighting with you? He is yawning. And when he yawned, when he opened his mouth and yawned, all the arrows that were pierced into his body fell out, it seems. See, by simply yawning, he got all the arrows out. Boon he has got from Brahma by controlling his breath. Pranan samruddhya. By simply controlling his breath, yawning is also a means of playing with the breath. By playing with his breath, he was able to immediately heal himself from all of the injuries that he had received from the arrows that had pierced him. Carrying his shulam in his hand with his trident and a spear in his hand, he ran towards them. Immediately Rama and Lakshmana sent another flurry of arrows to destroy that spike, that spear. And again, that fell down. When he saw that his weapon was destroyed by them, அந்த வெப்பனில் வேறு சாப்பாடுலாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா பாவம். It is upon that weapon that he has got all of his food. And that not only weapon destroyed, food also would have been destroyed. He became very angry. What he did was he caught hold of these two boys, of these two men. Savadyamana subrisham bujabhyam pariravhyatau aprakampau naravyagrau raudra prastatumaichata. He caught hold of both of them under his arms. Huge body, he is a giant. He caught hold of Rama and Lakshmana and held them under his arms like this and started to run. He set off into the forest. And when he ran like this, Rama, understanding his mind, said, don't worry, let him carry us because we have to go in the same way. Yata cheti saumitre tata vakatu rakshasaha. Wherever he wants to take us, let him go. Anyway, we are going into the forest, we are getting a free ride. And Virata also, because they were not resisting, he thought, I have conquered them. He put them up and started running into the forest. And as he is running into the forest, Sita Katra, you have left me here and you are all gone. Yeshad Asharati Ramaha Satyavan Shilavan Shuchihi Rakshasa Raudra Rupena Hriyate Sagalakshmana. Alas, Rakshasa is taking Rama and Lakshmana into the forest. Mamrika Bhakshayishyanti Shardula Dvibanistata. All the tigers and the leopards of the forest will eat me up. Alas, I am being taken away. Hey Rakshasa, you take me also. Leave them, take me and go, but don't carry them away and leave me here alone like this. அப்படின்னு கத்தின உடனே தான் ராமருக்கு தோணுது, ஓஹோ சீதா இருக்கல்ல அப்படின்னு. ஏன்னா he had kept Sita down to attack them. That's what we were seeing. He left Sita. Valmiki is very clear about all of these things. He put Sita down, took up his spike and came running towards them to attack them. They destroyed his spike. They destroyed his javelin. He became very angry. He lifted both of them and started to run. When they started to run, Rama told Lakshmana, don't worry, let him carry. We are going the same direction. Anyway, we are going in that way. Let him go. Let him go. Appadina Sita. Ava katra lava. What about me? Appadan nyavam varudhu. This episode always reminds me of a person that we know, an uncle. Sai devotees. We were very close. We used to go and stay in his house in Bangalore and all. That is a very funny story. When he was very young and he got married, very early days of the marriage, he took his wife to the movies. And Verma, they went to the cinema on a scooter. He had a scooter, he went with her to see the movies. And a night show, and those show. Newly married couple, they have gone to see the movie. They saw the movie. And then, after the movie, returned home. When returned home, he parked the scooter and walked into the house when all the people said, where is she? Where is the wife? That's when he realized he forgot to bring her. He had left her at the movies itself. But he got on immediately, went back. Then the poor lady is standing there in the parking lot. Because he was not used to it, Poor person. He had just gotten married. He was not used to he had not yet settled into the idea that he has a wife. He took her and went somehow. But while coming, the old habits kicked. Then he got onto the scooter, started the scooter and came home. The auntie was left behind there. You can never forget this story ever. Now, and the mother what did Rama do? He's a Rama Bhakta. This particular uncle that I'm talking about, he actually, there's a temple near his house, a Rama temple, and their family had built it. They celebrate all the Ramanavami and all festivals in a grand manner. Avadan Dharmakartha and the Koviluk. So, and the habit of Rama habit pola irukku. When Lakshmana and Rama were being carried by Virata, Rama said, anyway, we are also going that way only. He is giving us a lift. So, it's fine. Let us go. It will save us the walk. Sita Katra, excuse me. Hello. Have you forgotten me? There is no point asking Rama. Hey, Virata, take me. Namaste, Rakshasottama, namaste. ஹே உத்தம ராட்சஸ் ராட்சசாதமா அப்படின்னு சொல்றது, ராட்சசோத்தமா, ஓ பெஸ்ட் அமங் ராட்சசாஸ், நமஸ்தே, ஐ சல்யூட் யூ, மாம் ஹரோத் ஸ்ருஜகா குத்ஸ்தவ், யூ லீவ் them and take me and go, don't hurt them அப்படிங்கிறதுனால சீதா சொல்றா. சீதா is not saying because hey Rama you forgotten me சொல்லல. What Sita is saying is Sita thought, Sita doesn't know this conversation that has happened between Rama and Lakshmana பாவம். Sita தெரிஞ்சவா பத்தி எரியமாயிரு. Sita did not know. All Sita understood was ஐயோ Rama there, he is carrying Rama and Lakshmana away. Alas, he is going to hurt them. அதனால sacrificing herself, she says, you can eat me but leave them be. அப்படின்னு I pray to you, namaste, I salute you, leave them be ன்னு சொன்னா. அப்புறம் தான் ராமருக்கு உரைச்சது, சுச்சோ இப்படி பண்ணிவிட்டோமே அப்படின்னு. तस्यास्तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा वैदेह्या रामलक्ष्मणौ वेगं प्रचक्रतुर्वीरौ वधे तस्य दुरात्मनः. That is when they decided to kill him, it seems. After listening to the words of Sita, Rama and Lakshmana immediately made haste to killing this Viradha. What did they do அப்படின்னா, they with their strength of their arms itself, they broke the, Lakshmana was on one arm and Rama was on the other arm of this Rakshasa. அதனால Lakshmana quickly broke the left shoulder. Savyam bahum அப்படின்னா, Savyam bahum, the left shoulder he broke. ராமர் என்ன பண்ணார் அப்படின்னா, தக்ஷிணம் பாகும் அப்படின்னா, Rama broke his right hand. Rama broke his right hand, அப்படியே ஒரு குத்து குத்தினா, they gave a big blow. Both the hands of this Rakshasa were immediately broken. இந்த பார்த்த உடனே that pain, he fell down, this Rakshasa fell down. And when he fell down in this manner, Rama and Lakshmana did not stop. They started to mushtibihi, janubihi, padbihi, சூதயந்தௌ அப்படின்னா, they started kicking him free for all ஆயிடுத்து. பட் அது ஏதோ சொல்லுவாளே, அதுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவா, அது என்ன, ஃப்ரீ ஸ்டைலோ நோ சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, kicking him, punching him with mushtibihi அப்படின்னா punching him with fists, janubihi அப்படின்னா kneeing him, now with their knees they poked him, padbihi அப்படின்னா with their legs, so striking him, kicking him, punching him, அப்புறம் kneeing him, எல்லாம் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சா. they started pulverizing him. நிஷ்பபேஷதுஹு அப்படின்னா, they powdered him, pulverized. ஆனால் even though he was attacked in this manner, he still did not die. He could not die. He was seriously wounded by them. His arms were broken, body parts were broken, but he still did not die. இந்த மாதிரி ஆன உடனே then Rama looked at Lakshmana and said, looks like we cannot kill this fellow by any of these means. Let us do one thing, let us dig a big pit and bury him alive in it. That is the only way we can get rid of him. Let us bury him alive. அப்படின்னா, let us dig a deep pit and put him inside that. அப்படின்னா Rama told Lakshmana. அப்படின்னா when Rama said this to Lakshmana, Rama put his foot firmly on Viradha's neck and told Lakshmana, dig a deep pit. When Viradha heard this, he immediately said to Rama, very humble words he started to speak to Rama now. Prashritam vachaha, humble words. He said, Rama, you have killed me. Oh Purushavyagra, hatosmi Purushavyagra, Shakratulya balena vai. You are equal to Indra in your strength and prowess. You have certainly killed me. Out of my delusion, I could not recognize you earlier. I did not know who you were. Now I know who you are. Aha, you are Kausalya Supraja Rama Tatastum Vidito Maya Vaidehi cha Mahabhaga Lakshmanascha Mahayasha. Rama and Lakshmana did not introduce themselves. Ana, now this Rakshasa says, Kausalya Supraja Rama. You are Kausalya's son. Leah, are you not Kausalya's son? Tata, my dear one, are you not Kausalya's son? Vidita Maya, I know who you are now. Vaidehi cha Mahabhaga, that must be Vaidehi. Leah, that must be Sita. Lakshmanascha Mahayashaha, this is Lakshmana. Leah, எப்படி தெரியும் உனக்கு இதெல்லாம்? How do you know all of this? அப்படின உடனே Viradha says, Abhishapadaham goram pravishto rakshasim tanu tumburur nama gandharvaha shapto vaishravanena. My name is Tumburu. My real name is Tumburu. I am called by all the Rakshasas as Viradha. That's what he said there. He said, my name is not really Viradha, my name is Tumburu. All the Rakshasas call me Viradha. And I am a Gandharva originally. I was cursed by Kubera and I became a Rakshasa. For some misdeed of mine, I was made a Rakshasa. At the time, I prayed to Kubera, I begged his forgiveness, I appealed to him. And when I appealed to him at that time, he said to me that I will get my original form back and ascend to heaven when Rama, son of Dasharatha, will kill me in a battle. Samyuge vadishyati, when Rama will fell you, bring you down, then you will be released. The reason why I was cursed was because I misbehaved with an Apsaras called Rambha. Adanala I was cursed in this manner, but by your grace today, I stand freed of this curse. Tava prasadan muktoham. Iha shapat sudarunat. The terrible curse that has made me a Gandharva, live like a Rakshasa, eating men, eating human beings. By your grace, I am now relieved of this curse. Bhuvanam swam gamishyami. Swastivo astu parantapa. May all blessings be upon you. May all good come to you. Now I shall ascend to my original abode. A little distance from here, there is an illustrious rishi called Sharabhanga. Go to him at once. He will bless you. Shreyaha Abhidasyati. He will Shreyo Abhidasyati. He will bless you and ensure your well-being. Bury me in the pit as you had originally decided, because weapons and all cannot kill me. Adanala, you bury me alive, I shall immediately depart to the heavens. Abdina the Rakshasa told Rama. Already Lakshmana has dug a pit. Adanala they put this Rakshasa into that pit. Huge body, huge body, palm. Lakshmana had to dig a big pit. Rama onnu manala. All the time Rama was simply standing there with his leg on Virada's neck. Lakshmanan dhaan pavam riya kanitram adaya. He brought the spade and started Lakshmanan dig panni. Yenna aham sarvam karishyami sonnanalli aniki Ramarku satyamna romba pidikum. Rama is a great adherent of the truth. Lakshmana said, I shall do everything. So you do. Then you better do everything. Dig a pit. Dig panna. Tam mukta kanta nikshipya. After the pit was dug, tam mukta kanta nikshipya. Then Rama released the pressure that he was keeping on his neck. Virada already said, dig a pit and put me into it. It's not that he was going to run away, but still Rama was standing there with his leg upon Virada's neck while Lakshmana was doing all the grunt work, grunting and groaning. Again, they lifted Rama and Lakshmana, then both of them lifted the body of Virada and pushed it into the pit. Adukapram they buried him. They filled the pits with rocks and other things. Yalla mudiche Urvaya Virada was killed in this manner. They went back and met up with Sita. Tatastau kanchana chitrakarmukau nihatya raksha parigruhya maitili vijakratustau muditau mahavane divistitau chandra divakaraviva. Having killed Virada, having once again reacquired Sita, parigruhya maithili, vijakratau, they both of them, very happily they started to wander around once again in the forest, looking like the moon and the sun in the sky. The fourth sarga finishes. We will also stop here for today. They are going to meet Sharabhanga Rishi. Meeting with Sharabhanga Rishi we will do that tomorrow. Valmiki eppadi ezhudhirukaro appadiye solren. I am not brushing things under the carpet. I am just narrating the story exactly as how Valmiki Bhagavan has written it. Natural, nothing artificial here. Again, to understand, the moment a great sorrow has happened or vipat has come, a great misfortune happened to them, what happened? Rama was not immediately, it doesn't matter, we'll face it. Rama started to cry. Now, Rama's heart is very tender. Rama is a Rasika. Rama is Sukumariyamnu சொன்னோம் இல்லையா, very tender hearted. He is brave, valorous, courageous, prowess, all of that is separate, but his heart is tender. Now the moment something like this happens, his heart is immediately shaken and he cries. But that is why you need somebody like Lakshmana by your side. Or brother, or enna panna udane he reminds, why should we cry? Do we not have the power in us to destroy this Rakshasa? Yes, correct, let's do it. Rama udane. The same thing is going to happen when Ravana is going to take Sita away. Again, then Rama is going to sit down and lament. Appa Lakshmana is the one who is going to say, what are we lamenting for? Can we not do some effort? Can we not find her? Can we not search for her? Oh, that is also correct. We can do that. Let's do it, Lakshmana. Then Rama is going to act in a very, very natural way, very innocent way. When you see this action, this behavior of Rama, it is so natural that it gives or hope to everybody. Rama is not unnatural. He is not sitting at an unnatural height which we can never hope to reach. When something happens to us, we are also shaken up. Suddenly some shock comes to us, or bad news comes to us, or health scare comes to us. We are shaken up. Depending upon each person's swabhava, some people are not shaken up, some people are shaken up. That's our swabhava. Then what? Then they get over it. That's life. This is life. The sooner you get over it, the better you are, the happier you are. Very happily muditau. They cried, they fought, they killed, they became happy. Muditau, they were very happy. They wandered around happily. All this happened. How can they wander around happily? That is the real thing here. Now, just because a Rakshasa has come, they are not going to be scared all the time. Another Rakshasa there. You better be careful. Muditau. Happily they are walking. Another Rakshasa comes, that time will cry. If another misfortune comes, we will cry anew at that time. We will have fresh tears for them. We don't have to keep crying from now on. We will cry when the need arises. We will be shaken up. Right now we are happy. Let us be happy. Very natural. Very natural. There's nothing unnatural about it. Sometimes we may read, funny stories about. See, our knowledge of jnanis, maharishis, etc., only comes from books. And when somebody is writing the biography of a saint, naturally he is going to write only good things. He is never going to write anything not so good. Valmiki madri irundale oழிய, unless he is like Valmiki, where Valmiki writes everything. Whatever it is, as it is, he is saying it. He doesn't hide anything, he doesn't brush anything aside. As soon as this happened, Rama immediately fired an arrow. No, Rama cried. If Valmiki does not reveal this truth, we will not know it at all. If Valmiki had taken a brush and painted over it and said, and the moment this happened, Rama was not disturbed, immediately he flung into action, we would not be. The same Valmiki told us that when Dasharatha and Kaikeyi said he has to go to the forest, Rama was not at all moved. He is moved. But what does it mean? What does it mean? That did not matter to him, this matters to him. When the kingdom was taken away, Rama was unmoved by it. It didn't matter to him. It was not a big deal. When Sita was taken away, it matters to him. He cries. We are also like that. When something doesn't matter to us, we are also not bothered. Equanimity. With great equanimity, we were also there. For instance, Victoria announced lockdown. You should have seen me. The calmness in my face did not waver at all. The strength in my heart did not shake at all. Is that so? All right. Let it be so. Now, I am not interested in roaming around. Viddhimam Rishibhistulyam. I will stay at home itself. I will not roam around. There problem equanimity equanimity. It does not matter to me. If there was a Valmiki writing about it, he would have written those words about me also. The lockdown was announced, but you should have seen him. There was not a trace of his natural calmness. It was not at all disturbed. It didn't matter to me. There are other people who are jumping up and down, maybe. We do not know. Maybe everywhere else, those who have businesses to close, etc., they may be jumping up and down. People took protest marches and all. See, I did not take out any protest march. Nothing. I was sitting happily. அப்போ என்ன அர்த்தம்? எவ்ரிபடி ஹேஸ் சம்திங் ரிவர்ஸ் ஸ்கேல் as they call it. Something that ஒரு லைன் இருக்கும். Everybody has a weak point, இல்லையா? அந்த பாயிண்ட் வரைச்சே we all become shaken up. There is nothing wrong in it. Do not get artificial ideas into your head saying, oh no, I have to be like that. அதெல்லாம் false. Be natural. But no point wallowing in grief more than you have to, no? So get out. அவ்வளவுதான். Don't set these standards and start feeling guilty. I should not have been sad at all. Alas, I became sad. Oh no, I'm a lost case. No, not like that. Okay, you were sad. Now the best thing you can do is become happy. You were shaken up. Now become stabilized. It is not a crime to be shaken up. But it is a crime to yourself if you keep being shaken up. It is not a crime to feel sorrow. But it is an injustice to yourself if you keep on feeling sorrow. அவ்வளோதானே? வந்தது போச்சு முடிஞ்சு போச்சு. என்டையர் ராமாயணால you'll find ராமர் மாதிரி யாருமே பார்க்க முடியாது. We cannot find the naturalness with which emotions flow in Rama. When Sugriva is going to jump and fight with Ravana, you should see Rama is trembling. என்னடா பண்ண? How could you go like this? If something has happened, ஒன்றும் ஆலியே, நான் வந்துட்டேனே, அப்புறம் என்ன? ஆயிருந்தா சரி. Nothing happened to Sugriva. Sugriva has come back hale and hearty. After Sugriva has come back, Rama says, if something should have happened to you, nothing happened to me. But in case something happened to you, I'm natural. When something happens to Vibhishana, Rama is trembling. When Lakshmana falls down, Rama is crying. Rama is grieving. And the sweetness, the naturalness of Rama is what is so attractive when you read Ramayana. What artificial, whatever happens, I'm like this. Rama is not like that. For everything, Rama emotes, Rama reacts. When Sugriva doesn't visit him, Rabba natural, Rama says, Vandana Patiyada, Lakshmana. That fellow was wandering around here and there. With our help, he got this kingdom. But he never came to even say, ask me how I'm doing. But yeah, see how it is. Natural. Well, in each of these things also, Rama is teaching us a lesson. கற்றுக்கணும். இந்த லெசனையுமே நம்ம பார்த்துக்கணும். The lesson is that you don't have to be unemotional. You don't have to pretend to be a log of wood or a block of stone. Be natural. But overcome it. Don't wallow in it. Don't wallow in negative emotions. If negative emotions do come, then it's okay. They have come already. You cannot do anything about it. But get out of it as soon as you can. Take the steps that you can to get out of it. But don't have to cry over the fact that you have cried. Already you have crying. Finally you have finished. Oh, why did I cry? I should not have cried. There is no point crying once again that you have cried before. No point. There you cried. Now move on. The word that Valmiki uses here is very happily they wandered around in the forest once again. As well, nothing has happened, they are wandering around. Again, the 1.5 yojanas thalli Sharabanga Ashramam. They are going straight to Sharabanga Ashramam. It is not very far from there. About a kilometer or so. A bit more than a yojana. They say it's about 8 miles or something. But you go 1.5 kilometers, 1.5 miles. No, 1.5 yojanas. Maths eல்லாம் தெரியாது நமக்கு. 1.5 times 8, whatever that is. என்ன 12? 12. Around 12 kilometers தான். ஒரு மணி நேரத்தில் போயிடலாம். இப்படி நிறைய நடந்துட்டோமானால், if you walk a bit fast அப்படின்னா, maybe an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2. அந்த காலத்தில் long legs வேறு. They would have finished in an hour. அந்த 1 hour walkக்கே முதித்தவுன்னு சொல்கிறா. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, within less than an hour, within minutes, they became happy. They were not traumatized. They got over it. Angadan, that is the key point for us to understand. Crying is all right, but how quickly Rama got out of it. Anger came to him. He first cried. Then anger came. He broke his arms and started kicking him and kneeing him and punching him and biting him and do all kinds of things. The anger also passed, became happy. जानकी कांतस्मरणो जय जय राम राम आंजनेय स्वामी की जय। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम तत्सत्। श्री साई ईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।